So why do you have a whistle around your neck?
Because I was going through a lot of my parents' old stuff from when they moved today, and my dad's a football coach, so...
That's a football coach whistle. It looks like a football coach
That's what
whistle.
it is, yeah. I got it for him. I bought it with my own money. It was $5. I paid it all in change.
Wait, was it like a Father's Day gift or something?
Well, yeah.
Or
like,
just because?
Well, it wasn't Father's Day. It was, I think it was Christmas. But the book fair was like always right before Christmas.
Right.
And the librarian was very patient with me as I counted out $5 and change. I don't know why they were selling whistles at
Right.
a book
And that's
fair.
a coach's whistle. That's not just a fun toy whistle. That is...
Yeah. Maybe somebody just left it there and she was like $5. I don't know.
Blow it. Welcome to Thanks Academy, the podcast where we watch all the best picture winners of all time in random order with random friends. Today's random friend is Cassidy Wienecke. Hey.
Hey.
We're going to watch... What are we watching?
All About Eve.
All About Eve. What do you know?
remembered.
What do you know
Nothing.
about Eve?
Nothing. You
That's
told me not
perfect.
to learn anything.
I'm really glad. Because this is one of my all-time favorite movies.
I'm sorry. Your
Of
kids
all time.
told me that I couldn't wear shoes in the house the very first time I came over here. And I followed that rule. Small children gave me a rule and I followed it. And apparently that's not even a rule. So did you think I wasn't going to follow the instructions you gave me before this podcast?
No. I wanted you to follow I'm excited that you know nothing about it. Because, I want to sit here with you while you experience one of my favorite movies ever for the first time.
I'm so pumped you get to do that because I love doing that.
And almost every episode for this, it's been, I've never seen the movie, I've never heard of what it's even about, or I saw it when it came out and it's been so long I vaguely barely remember what's going on. This is the first time where, I know the movie in depth, and I'm going to get to, experience the joy of someone else seeing it for the first time.
I love that.
Yay. So I'm going to tell you nothing. I'm not going to give you anything to go on.
Don't. I want to come in. I want to experience it in its full
Yeah, usually we play this
capacity.
game where we try to guess what it's about based on the title, but I don't want to, make faces like you giving it away or whatever. I don't know.
I think it's incredibly biblical. This is all about it's about sin, but specifically women's sin. That's why it's all about Eve.
Oh God, that's actually...
She did it. It's her fault. That's my guess.
Well, it's 1950, and in the 50s they were making a ton of Bible movies.
That's
that
true.
was the trend. Bible movies were the superhero movies of the 50s.
Yeah, it's true. Jesus is kind of a superhero.
Oh, he's totally a superhero. He was the first comic book character. Was the Bible the first comic book?
We should write that comic book.
I'm sure it's
His
been
power
done.
is super morality.
Yeah, I'm sure that's been done a million times by people who are and aren't Christian, both. Do you think? A Bible adaptation as if it's a comic book?
There has to be... I feel like I've seen something like that. I grew up very Church of Christ, which...
Is there another way? I've never heard of anybody growing up kind of Church of Christ.
No, it's all in.
Yeah.
It is all in. One time I was in the nursery because when you are a teenager in the Church of Christ and you're a girl, they just randomly assign you
Babies.
Yeah, nursery duty.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a jacket.
Just
over
hoping you'll ovulate and lactate as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. To prepare you for what's to come, because that's your role.
Yeah.
Separate but equal, But
mostly emphasis on the separate.
Yeah. Women can't lead singing or service or anything.
Really?
You can't. Women can only lead stuff that other women are.
Right.
And no men.
Only if there's no man in the room.
Yes.
Can one woman step forward and pretend to be a man for the day.
No, that's really bad. You can't do that.
Oh, wow.
No, you can't.
Is Church of Christ the one where you can't play any instruments too?
No instruments. Very strict interpretation of a joyful noise, but everybody balls out on vocal lessons for their kids. So you can sing if you go to a Church of Christ. Otherwise, you sit in the back. No one tells you to. You just have to figure that out on your own.
You sit in the back if you don't sing.
If you can't sing well,
Oh,
yeah.
if you can't sing well?
Yeah.
It's like a self-sorting choir. You just sort of slide back if you're tone deaf.
You have to figure it out. And but if you laugh at someone who can't sing, who's singing, then 30 adults are it's beautiful to God. But,
right. Yeah, that's what I heard about Make a Joyful Noise in Catholic Church. Was basically, of course you can be in the choir, even if you suck. It's all a joyful noise to God. And I was sort of yeah, but what about us? We're in the room.
Yeah.
Can we get the more joyful people up there?
Can we get the...
More joyful, less noise?
It is beautiful. I do kind of... That's the aspect of it that I'm glad I had, is it's like gorgeous. But I was assigned a mentor without my knowledge because...
Creepy.
When I was on my, like, future baby making duty, I had a little baby, like, spit up on my jacket. And I was wearing a strapless dress underneath it. And I was going to keep wearing a jacket with, like, puke all over it.
Right.
So I took it off.
Oh, no, when strapless
and service
dress.
was over. And then, like, everybody in the church was like, don't let your son stay Cassidy. She's a harlot. Meanwhile, the preacher's daughter was, like, the biggest whore I've ever seen in my life.
Of course.
And I mean that with, like, respect.
No, I understand. It's like, you've got to be in the cops to break the law. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the preacher's daughter, that's the one place you have the cover to do what you need to do. Yeah.
I mean, I really admired her. I was like, you just don't give a dang about nothing, girl. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say her name.
No, and you didn't even say damn, which I'm, like, appreciating that you got all the way back in Church of Christ headspace.
I just like saying dang. I think it's more fun than damn. It's like,
really?
dang, you know?
Oh, man.
Dang, bang.
Damn it and God damn it are my two favorite swears. I don't know why. They just feel... I know they're the baddest. And they feel...
But that's why you like them.
That's why I like them.
It's so good.
Like, I would rather say damn it than fuck. Like, it feels more powerful.
It's because it's like a strong D and a strong T.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck is more just like, it's like frilly.
It's a little like, I don't know. It's too forbidden, not like, I don't know. My parents really policed it. Like, they were big dang people. Like, if anybody slipped a damn, they'd be like, you mean dang. Like, that was a really important distinction.
Oh, yeah.
But I never, the F word wasn't slipping out. So I just didn't get that same, like, oh, there's an alternate way to do this and it's bad,
Yeah. I hung out with a girl that I had just met and hung out with her all, what you do when your kids was like in the the 5th grade. Yeah. Her name was Brianna and she was
of Tarth.
Yeah, and I thought she was so cool because I was really gullible. And I learned like way too late that she was lying about like everything. But I thought she was so cool.
We all need that friend to teach us about honesty. Unfortunately, I was that friend. I was the liar. And
you were?
Yeah. I was incorrigible in elementary school. I lied about everything.
Because when you first learned that you can do that, you're like, oh my God.
It's fun.
This is a thing that I can do?
And then I ended up like majoring in creative writing. Like, it wasn't just for...
Boom.
Yeah.
That's where those damn skills come in.
Sometimes your goddamn gift is lying and you just have to roll with it.
Yeah, no, that's helpful. I'm a terrible liar.
Are you?
Yeah, but I asked my parents like what fuck meant when I came back from hanging out with Brianna. I was like, what does fuck mean? And they were just like, well, don't use it. They didn't. I don't think they ever told me what it meant. They were just like, it's bad.
I remember a neighbor kid, their parents told them that, I think he asked what does fuck mean, and they were like, that's not a real word. And that was the dumbest approach, because then he heard it over and over again in movies and on the street, and he's like, why is everybody using this word if it's not real? That was not an effective defense.
No,
I was like, nice try, but think it through.
Yeah, no, I think the best way when kids encounter swear words, like we were at a mic the other night and there was this couple with like 2 little kids who were like having a great time playing with like glow sticks and shit. And like, meanwhile, people are going up and like it was a raunchy night of cenote. It was like...
That'll happen.
It was great, but it was real. And those kids completely unfazed. Parents completely unfazed. And I was like, they've mastered this because like... Those kids aren't going to go around saying those words because they don't even think that they matter.
Exactly. You just play it cool, man. All right. Well, let's watch this movie and see how biblical and or fucking damn it is. Okay. All About Eve.
Oh, fuck it is.
All right. Okay. Yay. Oh, God, I'm so excited. It's been like 2 years. I watch this every few years. And it's been 2, so I'm like ready to watch it again.
Heck yeah.
The It's not the 20th Century Fox song at all.
No, it's better though. I like it better.
There's something about old credit sequences that just makes me feel calm.
Yeah, like everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be fine. There's gonna be a movie, and it's gonna be entertaining.
We survived several wars since then. Everything's gonna be okay.
It's not trying to entertain me yet. It's not like giving me a flavor for the movie. It's just showing me who made it. It's nice.
Yeah. Which we should do more of. Definitely spend more time showing the names of the people who made the thing.
Well, yeah, we've swung. Right now, we show hardly any credits.
I kind of hate it, honestly.
Yeah.
But you get me so mad sometimes. All the women in the world with nothing to complain about. Ain't it the truth? Yes, it is. You're talented, famous, wealthy. People waiting around night after night just to see you, even in the wind and the rain. Autograph fiends, they're not people. Those little beasts that run around in packs like coyotes. They're your fans, your audience. They're nobody's fans. They're juvenile delinquents. They're mental defectives. They're nobody's audience. They never see a player anymore. They're never indoors long enough, you know?
Meanwhile, she's
Well,
like
indoors
covered in
right
Crisco.
I brought her back to see you. You what? It's just outside the door. The heave-ho. Oh, but you can't put her out. I promised. Margot, you've got to see her. She worships you. It's like something out of a book.
That book is out of print, Karen. Those days are gone.
Oh,
But if you'd only see her.
burn.
You're her whole life. You must have spotted her by now. She's always there. Oh, the mousy one with the trench coat and the funny hat. How could I miss her every night, every matinee? Bill's welcome home birthday party. A night to go down in history. Even before the party started, I could smell disaster in the air. I knew it. I sensed it even as I finished dressing for that blasted party. You all put together? My bag's open. Extra help get here?
There's some loose characters dressed as maids and butlers.
God, I
What'd
just
you call
want,
it,
I
William
want an
Morris?
assistant to follow
You're not
me
being funny.
around
I could get actors
and
for
just
that.
zip my dresses up.
The caterer had to go back to the hors d'oeuvres.
I just want to look like that in a
Wow.
dress.
I don't even care about that.
What
If
you
somebody will
all
just
did.
zip it for me,
It was nothing.
I don't even greedy.
The general atmosphere is very Macbethish. What has or is about to happen?
What is he talking about?
Macbeth.
We know you. We've seen you like this before. Is it over or is it just beginning?
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Oh, that's so good.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Shit.
God, I love this movie.
I'm so glad you showed this to me.
Enchanté to you, too. I distinctly remember Addison crossing you
She
up
said like
against
4
this while
drinks
you
so
were here.
far.
Dear Margot, you were an unforgettable Peter Pan. You must play it again soon. You remember Miss Caswell, don't
I do not. How do you do?
We've never met. Maybe that's why.
you? Miss Caswell is an actress, a graduate of the Copacabana School of Dramatic Art. Eve.
Good evening, Mr. DeWitt.
I had no idea you two knew each other.
This must be at long last our formal introduction. Until now, we've only met in passing.
That's how you met me. In passing.
Eve, this is an old friend of Mr. DeWitt's mother, Miss Caswell, Miss Harrington.
Miss Caswell, how do you do?
Addison, I've been wanting you to meet Eve for the longest time.
It could only have been your natural timidity that kept you from mentioning it.
You've heard of her great interest in the theater.
We have that in common.
Then you two must have a long talk.
I'm afraid Mr. DeWitt will find me boring before too long. You won't bore him, honey. You won't even get a chance to talk.
You see that man? That's Max Fabian, the producer. Now go and do yourself some good.
Why do they always look like unhappy rabbits?
Because that's what they are. They'll make him happy.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about your little charge.
This is amazing.
Safe hands.
So, P.S. in case you didn't notice, that was Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like the most recognizable person on the planet.
Yeah. It's like young though. Like I don't think this was her first
With
movie.
nothing behind those eyes,
Nothing.
man.
Yeah. God, I love her hair. That's how I feel when I'm drunk. I want part of my hair just blotting out one eye.
Yes. Because for some reason it feels glamorous.
Especially when you're drunk.
Oh yeah, that's the only time.
Leave us, son. I just played it.
Play it again.
But that was the 4th straight time.
Then this will be fun.
Many of your guests have been wondering when they may be permitted to view the body.
It hasn't been laid out. We haven't finished with the embalming.
I have no right to be anyone's understudy, much less yours. And I'm sure you underestimate yourself, Eve. You always do. You were about to tell me.
You'd have been proud of her.
I'm sure.
She was a revelation.
Oh, to you too.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, among other things, it must have been a revelation to have a 24-year-old character played by a 24-year-old actress.
Well, that's beside the point.
It is right to the point. Also, it must have seemed so new and fresh to you, so exciting.
Oh, why is
to have
there
your
not a
minds
gif
read
of
just
that?
as you wrote them.
Addison.
So full of meaning, fire, and music.
Make one.
Mm-hmm.
You've been talking to that venomous fishwife, Addison DeWitt.
In this case, apparently as trustworthy as the World Almanac.
You knew when you came in that the audition was over, that Eve was your understudy, playing that childish little game of cat and mouse.
Not mouse, never mouse. If anything, right.
This genius of yours for making a barroom brawl out of a perfectly innocent misunderstanding at most.
Perfectly innocent. Men have been hanged for this. I'm lied to, attacked behind my back, accused of reading your silly dialogue as if it were the holy gospel.
I never said it was.
When you listen as if someone else had written your play, whom do you have in mind? Arthur Miller, Sherwood, Beaumont and Fletcher?
May I say a word? No. What makes you think either Miller or Sherwood would stand for the nonsense I take from you? You'd better stick to Beaumont and Fletcher. They've been dead for 300 years.
All playwrights should be dead for 300 years.
Solve none of their problems because actresses never die. The stars never die and never change.
You may change this star anytime you want, for a new and fresh and exciting one, fully equipped with fire and music, anytime you want, starting with tonight's performance.
This is for lawyers to talk about. This concerns the run of the play contract that you cannot rewrite or ad lib.
Are you threatening me with legal action, Mr. Fabian?
Are you breaking the contract?
Answer my question.
Who am I to threaten? I'm a dying man.
I don't hear you.
I said I'm a dying man.
Not until the last drugstore has sold its last pill.
I shall never understand the weird process by which a body with a voice suddenly fancies itself as a mind. Just when exactly does an actress decide they're her words she's saying and her thoughts she's expressing?
Usually at the point when she has to rewrite and rethink them to keep the audience from leaving the theater.
It's about time the piano realized it has not written a concerto.
Holy shit.
And you, I
Whoa.
take it, are the Paderewski who plays his concerto on me, the piano.
Interesting.
Where is Princess Fire and Music?
Who?
The kid, Junior.
Gone?
I must have frightened her away.
I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes you frighten me.
Poor little flower. Dropped her petals and folded her tent.
Don't mix your metaphors.
I'll mix what I like.
Okay, mix.
I'm nothing but a body with a voice, no mind.
What a body. What a voice.
That ex-ship news reporter. No body, no voice. All mine.
The gong rang. The fight's over. Calm down.
I will not calm down.
Don't calm down.
Oh boy.
Karen. How nice.
Oh my god, he's not wearing gloves.
Right.
It's the first time. They're so petty.
Yeah.
But in the exact same way.
Oh, it's just so beautifully petty. Go ahead.
I mean, it's a fucking cape. Like, who could resist it?
Right?
I personally put on every cape I encounter.
I feel like if I put that on, I'd look like some sort of weird ass priest. Like, it's just, you have to, like, already be A+ elegant to pull off a cape like that. Oh my god! It's brilliant. Okay, so that's my favorite movie, maybe ever. Or it's the one
I can
I've
see
seen
why.
the most.
It's one of mine now. I'm also just like terrified
What are you
to
terrified?
be alive. Like,
It's a hard movie for a female stand-up comedian to watch.
I don't even think it's like difficult in that context. I think anyone watching it, it's like a mirror held up to like any jealous or petty, not even thing you've done, but like feeling you've had, and how like terrible those can be.
Yeah, there's the level of petty in this is fantastic. The writing is just, it reminds me a lot of like what people like about Veep, but like transported back to the 1950s. Well, it's a 1950, but it's just as petty and sharp and mean and God.
I had to take a personality test for like a job I'm applying for today, and one of the questions was, do you get along with people of the same sex? Mm-hmm. Which I, like, what a pointed question. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you're asking. Like, just say what you're doing.
And they didn't write that question for male applicants.
Oh, no. But,
No.
I mean, it's probably still on there, and all dudes are like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, whatever. But no, that's not why they have that question.
I was like, I see what you're asking, and, like, game on. Yes, I do, actually.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
But,
So the movie, if you haven't seen it, go pause, go see it.
go watch that movie
Go
right
watch
now.
that movie right now. Here's what it's about. It's about...
I'm sorry, I'm just staring. And
You
I
are
know that
just stunned.
I am really stunned.
It's about an aging actress. Not that aging. She's 40.
She looks amazing.
She's literally my age.
I did not know she was 40.
No.
I didn't know.
Well,
You're
yeah.
40?
I'm 40. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Call me Betty Davis because we're the same age. Well, I'm the same age as this character. Betty Davis.
Not
very
anymore,
dead now.
thank God.
Yeah,
though.
seriously. But anyway, so yeah, Betty Davis plays this amazing, talented actress who's nervous about getting older, and she's playing in a theater run of, and this is at the time when like having a Broadway show was actually a bigger deal than having a blockbuster film. You made more money, you got more famous.
The theater.
The theater.
That should be the drinking game in this movie. It's just anytime anyone says the theater,
Yes,
you get
seriously.
so wasted. Though.
Oh god, there's so much mid-Atlantic accent in this. It sounds like Little Britain. It's intense. Anyway, she's got a friend who's a playwright, and and her boyfriend is the director. And the playwright's wife is like also in her friend group. Into this little world walks Eve. Pretty little innocent, wearing a trench coat and a hat to look super
dumb hat.
non-threatening. Yeah.
A dirty trench coat and a dumb hat.
But a perfectly made up face. Little stupid Eve. And the movie's basically about her weaseling her way into the theater life and then plotting and manipulating her chance to usurp all of Bette Davis's powers and become a famous actress, and she does it somehow. This is the part that's a little unbelievable about the movie. Within 9 months, she goes from being nobody to getting, like, the Best Actress award in the theater.
Well, you know, lacking empathy.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, man. Like, truly not giving a fuck about what anyone thinks about you will really get you far. I think for a time. I think this movie ends bad if it continued past 9 months.
Her story it's already falling apart.
It's already not good. Like,
from the moment, and so there's also a theater critic named Addison DeWinter who he kind of plays the Svengali and ends up helping her in the end, and then owns her. Like, literally, that's what the scene is about, how he owns her. And from then on, her, like, victory is very Pyrrhic. But,
and then another Eve shows up.
To show that this...
She calls herself Phoebe.
Just happens over and over again. It's a very cynical movie. It's, like, super duper, almost, like, absurdly cynical. That little closing part, I'm always a little iffy on, you know...
Well, it's a little over the top. It's a little on the nose. But it's a cool shot.
It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Honestly, it's worth it for the shot. But it is a little much.
It's I get the point they're trying to hammer home, which is that there's always another waiting in the wings, someone younger and prettier and even more ruthless.
Yeah, and they look almost exactly alike too. I thought it was her. I thought it was like I thought there was like a Lynchian element all of a sudden. I was like, did she kill herself? Is she dead in that chair right now?
It was Lynchian. Even the reality of it was a little like running into your former self.
Dude, I was like red flag the minute she was like, when I was a little girl, I played pretend and I lost grasp of what was real and what was unreal, and the unreal became more real than reality. It's like, girl.
Oh, you psycho.
There are drugs for that. You should take them. You are gonna ruin lives, mostly your own, and that's a bummer for you.
So she's a master manipulator, but she's also a good 15 years younger than everybody. And what I love about this movie is how often she fails. Like, she puts up this perfectly pure, super nice mask, and then every once in a while she's like drops it to like go for it, and she always picks the wrong time. Like, she tries to get Eve's boyfriend, and he just laughs at her face essentially, and he tries to she tries to blackmail the theater, what's her name, the wife, Karen tries to blackmail Karen. It kind of starts to work, but then it all falls apart.
She didn't even need to do that. That's
she didn't need to do it.
That's the irony of that situation. She manipulates her, and Karen's like, "Oh my god, I have to do this," and then Margot's just like, "Fuck it, I'm getting married now. Like, I don't care."
Yeah.
Like, as soon as she's got a ring on it, everything's fine.
She's done. Which, okay, so all of that stuff, the cynicism of it is fun to watch in sort of a sitcom-y way. But, like, what I love about this movie is how it's all about Eve. It's all about women and women's journeys and women's places.
I mean, there's something biblical.
In the world. There was... What do you think was biblical? I mean, I've never thought about it like that.
I just like to throw that in every once in a while.
Okay.
It's just... Her name is Eve.
Yeah, her name is Eve.
So, biblical.
But she takes on the name Eve. What was her real name? Like Chastity Bono or something? She was like some long ass...
Margaret Gertrude...
Yeah.
Idiot Stein.
Yeah, so she's trying to take primacy as the first woman of the theater. I guess that's the metaphor there. But it's about women's hopes and dreams and how finite they had to be at that time, and still it resonates super strong now, so I'm not under any illusion that they're different.
Yeah, but also it's like how finite they are. It was only something that was like perpetuated by like the women in the film, really. Like, the dudes are like, what are you talking about? You're great.
Well, they say that.
Except, well, they're
but
not.
But they don't do that.
That's true.
And the women know it. The women know that the men, of course, are going to be like, you're beautiful, you'll always be talented, you'll always have it. But they know. They know that the first minute, I mean, they saw her fall in love with Eve, and they knew, you know?
Yeah.
I think
or
that's
did
something.
they? I don't know. Maybe they believe. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're dumb.
Remember when Karen said that's something I noticed the first moment I noticed I was different from little boys or whatever her line was to her husband, like where she's like, no, don't feed me your bullshit right now. I know how this plays out.
There's a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. But they do kind of enforce the rules on each other. And then also in 1950, there was an element of on themselves. Like Betty Davis retiring voluntarily from acting because she's 40 now and she's getting married and it's a better future than
she
like
has
writing
a life to live.
She says she has a life to live, and it's like part of me understood that. I've always, every time I watched it up till now, I've been like, don't give up on your dreams. That sucks.
She loved her dreams.
Why is the patriarchy holding you down? But now that I'm 40 and I'm tired and I don't want to go to shows every night and I have kids and I have a life to live and I say no to things with that same attitude of like, it's not that I'm better than anybody or worse than anybody. It's not that I'm too old. It's that I'm just... It doesn't matter as much as it used to. And I think that's the part of the horror story. There's a little bit of a horror movie in this. Of Eve, that she's like, she realizes that she's great. She's amazing at what she's done. She's got decades of experience and that's going to always make her great. Yeah. But she's tired.
Yeah, and it's all she's ever really done. And like, to be quite honest, it like, she wasn't married to that dude. They were about to break up. She and, what's his name? Bob
left her to make a point. She didn't want to break up with him.
Yeah, but she was still like, I mean, they were like really fighting, and then they went from fighting to being on each other's side like completely and like being married and stuff, which is also like super unrealistic to me.
Really? I thought that was their relationship. I thought it was like one of those up and down cyclical things, and that he was just getting tired of the up and down cyclical, so he was like, well, I'll leave. I'll go. If you're gonna feel like this, I'll just get
He's
out
like,
of the way.
but it's different this time. We've always gotten over it, but it's different this time. And they still haven't been talking for a while. Yeah. And then everyone in this movie sucks. Everyone is so mean.
Everyone is mean.
It's like even their words are passive, but seem aggressive.
Yeah, everybody fucks up at least once. I mean, even Karen pulls some bullshit to make sure that Eve can't get back to that Betty Davis can't get back to the stage so Eve can have her little understudy moment.
You know who doesn't do a thing wrong?
Who?
Birdie.
You're right.
Birdie doesn't do a damn thing wrong.
This third thing Birdie does is get forced to apologize. She's the only one in the movie who apologizes for anything.
I know, and it's beautiful. She's like, don't apologize to me. And then she walks over. Don't apologize
for me, yeah.
Yeah, don't apologize for me. And she walks over to Eve and she's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Yeah. And it's like very sincere. She goes from being like, don't. And then immediately like, is like, nah, I was a dick. That was my fault.
Birdie is, the best character in the movie. And everybody should have a lesbian best friend like Birdie.
Yeah, where is she in like the last half of that movie though? Like Birdie disappears and I feel her loss and I'll feel it for the rest of my life.
I know, she vanishes like King Lear's fool. God, this movie, there's so many layers to unpick. That one scene, the fight in the theater scene when Betty Davis shows up and finds out that Eve read the part.
She's like, and Eve is like retreating into the darkness.
And she's fading backwards in pure abject terror.
For like 45 seconds. And she's just walking backwards and they keep like panning away and panning it back and she's still walking
sneaking away.
It's like, girl, you can just leave the room. Like, you don't have to be here for this.
And she hasn't even gotten mad yet. Like, that scene kills me every time. Her fight with the playwright is like it's every fight about art ever. It's like, who really makes it real? Oh, God, this movie.
It's like, because it's just like me, the whole time. Like, everyone in the movie. It's
I'm the most important thing about whatever we're doing.
That's kind of America.
Yeah.
This really holds up a mirror. I do feel like I stared into the void for like a really long time.
It's a brutal movie.
I loved it.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, we laughed all the way through. It stays funny all the way through.
It's funny. It's funny in the way, like, when your mom, okay, like, when you were, like, a teenager and your mom is really mad at you, but you've done something hilarious.
Yes.
And you know what you've done is so funny. And she knows it's funny, too. So
but she has to be mad.
She has to be mad because the minute she laughs, it's not scary anymore. So, and she's like, stop laughing, and you want to so bad because you're terrified, but you can't because it's so funny.
Oh, yeah. There's just constant, and God, the little. It doesn't feel old at all to me. Like these people act. I mean, aside from their accents and a little bit of their vocabulary, like their tone of voice, their facial expressions, and how they're behaving as friends and enemies is like, oh yeah, you could drop that in Brooklyn right now. And like any party or after party gathering of musicians, artists, actors, comedians is going to have exactly those situations going on. Right down to people sitting on the stairs. The only thing was missing from this movie was pot. Like
it's just it's like a bachelorette party that never ends.
Yeah.
Like, if you make it to the end of the night where, like, 3 girls are, like, crying, and then, like, 2 girls are talking shit about the 3 girls crying, and then, like, 1 person is trying to get everybody in a rideshare. That's this movie.
There's a couple of those scenes that are kind of literally happening. Right down to the taxi. There's that one scene where, like, we should go. It's like, I'm not done yet. And he starts spinning metaphors about whether the play is over. And he's like, let's grab a cab. It sounded like, I'm getting an Uber. This is it.
We gotta go. Like,
we gotta go.
You're drunk. Go to bed.
Go home. You're drunk.
I've been there. We've all been there. That's the thing. It's like, every bit of this, you can't watch this movie and in some moment in it be like, that's been me. I've done that. I did that. That's what it looks like when I do that. I gotta make sure I don't do that.
This movie also hates movies,
yes,
which is like very novel for a movie to begin with, and super novel for Best Picture winners because they're almost always the opposite. Like,
of course,
movies are saving lives. People like they make movies about that, and then they win awards, right? This one is like actively hostile to the idea of movies. I think the whole story is a metaphor about how the theater was getting murdered by this new young up.
I was thinking that too because
they
and they speak with about Hollywood with such disdain.
It's definitely like a fuck the movies movie, and right down to Marilyn Monroe being in it, and clearly being a movie type star, which she goes on to be in real life, and she
can't hack it.
She can't hack it in the theater. Not even the manipulation part, like because. Eve and the way you're supposed to manipulate people, Marilyn Monroe's too obvious. She's too obvious for the theater. She belongs on television is what they say, which was devastating.
Of course, like I mean, if somebody told me that right now, I would be like super excited.
Well, now television is like the best thing ever, but
yeah, it's like better than movies because like Disney owns everything and
but in
dying.
In 1950, all television was public access. People were still listening to the radio. You know what I mean? Like television was this weird, like it was like early YouTube. Like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? Whoop-de-fucking do. And then it turns out. Yeah, everybody does, and also there's nothing of quality on there. And then it turned out, like 5 years later, you can get 40 million people to watch you, so it is just like YouTube.
Man, we gotta find the next YouTube.
The next art medium to get into and be the first people who are good at it.
Yeah.
See, this is me being Betty Davis. I'm too tired. I just want to get on stage and tell my jokes and get off. But like you're young and vivacious, I want you to find the next art medium and make it.
I had a jar of mayonnaise on stage yesterday. I found it. I'm like, I'm living it, okay?
What the fuck are you saying? You ate a jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah, at a Kanye's Runaway yesterday. At Sandbox. People were there. I'm not lying.
I believe you. I never doubted you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I had like a weird poop this morning, but it's okay.
I'm impressed you had a poop. this morning.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah, mayo
Me too.
plugs me right up.
Yeah.
I don't want to get gross, but...
Yeah, I didn't eat all day. I just drank a lot of water, and then I kept drinking water. And then before I was gonna do it, I had to amp myself up, so I took 3 shots.
Did you get the applause you needed?
I didn't need any applause. I went out expecting everybody to just be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And they seemed to enjoy it. So
okay, and laugh or just
yeah,
congratulate.
Yeah, no, they were laughing. They were laughing. There's a lot of oh my gods. Rob Gagnon just put his hands on his head and walked around the hallway for 30 seconds. So, that's what I came for. I don't do anything for acclaim or attention. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. It's the difference between me and Eve.
Yeah, she's so thirsty. You know what she is? She's that comic who does stand up in LA in order for casting producers to see them so they can get in a sitcom. That's her. Yeah. She was using the theater like that. And all these other old hats were fuck you. This is our entire lives,
Yeah. Man, jealousy is dangerous.
Everything's dangerous. Women are dangerous.
Oh, I also remembered. I thought it was kind of funny for a minute. It took on a Greek feel to me for a second. With Margot and Eve, Narcissus and Echo.
Oh yeah,
was what it felt like for a while.
Oh my god. Ooh.
Echo was absorbing. It's like Narcissus and Echo, except if Echo absorbed all of Narcissus and then
became Narcissus and a new Echo showed up.
Yeah, but
is that the painting they zoomed in on weirdly at the end of that one party? Was that a Narcissus
wondering.
and Echo? Because I was like, that's got to be a metaphor.
I was wondering if it was.
Oh my god. I'm gonna look that up real fast.
Yeah, look
that
it up.
Seems.
I also thought it was
really on point.
Freaking hilarious that they had a beautiful painting that was all but 4 inches of it was obscured by a floral arrangement. Yeah. It's why did you need the painting?
Well, that's that's theater for you. We have to put a curtain on everything. Narcissus and Echo, all about Eve. Let me see if you stumbled on the truth.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I thought. My opinion literally means nothing, and I'm not confused about that.
No, that's not it. I think you're right. I think that's a brilliant comparison.
Because if Echo became Narcissus, Echo would be a fucking monster. Narcissus is a sad
He's a
story.
broken person.
It's a sad story.
Yeah,
he was
very.
never allowed to see himself, and his parents kept him from it because they were if he sees himself, if he knows himself.
It's the Icarus story, just in a different direction.
Yeah.
Inward instead of outward. But yeah.
But Margot is Narcissus. If you in that lens though, I actually think that it's a really triumphant movie in a lot of ways. Because it's your crew fucking rolls up when necessary, even if you're in a fight.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean they broke up. He totally said, I never want to see you again. And then the minute a bad review comes out or something in the paper comes out, he ran to her. And he knew exactly what to say. And then next thing you know, they're getting married.
It's filth. It's filth. The next time someone insults me, I want just...
There's so many lines in this movie I want to use.
There really should be a TaskRabbit for somebody else to come throw some shade so that people can make up, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a great career, honestly. I would love to get just called to the scene to throw some filth around.
Dude, that would be so fun. Because, you'd be doing good things. You wouldn't even feel guilty about being an asshole. You're I'm doing it for love.
Yeah. You know, I know at least one of the people in this transaction is righteous.
Exactly.
The one paying me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's art, right?
Boom.
Aren't people just pay us to say what they don't want to or can't or are afraid to? And we might as well do that for hire, like Uber, drive around doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wish there was an option for that. I also wish I had capes. I want more capes.
Lots of good capes in this movie.
Dude, I gotta get some capes.
A lot of great dresses. I mean...
Oh, yeah. None of them look comfortable, though, and I don't like wearing a bra. I don't think I would have done well.
None of them look comfortable, and you know that the sacrifices those women made to be in that exact, not just shape, healthy. I don't think any more healthy. I think that literal shape, that hourglass shape.
She's talking about her fucking girdle being too tight, and I was like, literally just like. But I still think of my grandmother, my ancient grandmother, safety pins her girdle like to her bra.
Oh my God.
Every day. Yeah.
Wow.
That's commitment.
That is. Is she found a man?
She did. She was, he died, but they were very much in love. It was a beautiful love story.
And she's still keeping the girdle on.
I don't know if she is now. She has dementia, so I'm not asking her too many, like, deep questions.
And if she is, then, you know, any connection to the past, good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do what...
No, I play her the songs that she remembers.
That's sweet.
So, because...
that's supposed to really help.
Yeah, because if she tries to sing one from memory, her, like, words get all jumbled. Yeah. But if I play it for her, she can say every single word.
Yeah.
So, she doesn't usually... She had a beautiful voice, but, like, blew it out, like, real young. And that was also, like, always really hard for her. But, yeah, like, songs that she loved are, like, really important.
Yeah.
And it really helped. Man, sorry.
We gotta take care of women as they get older. That's what this movie's about. Like, it's just the plight of women in our culture is to be thrown away. It's like really early.
It's like the movie version of that Anthony and the Johnsons song.
Hope there's someone
in the video of it though.
Yes. Totally. Oh, I'm posting that on the show page. Everybody needs to watch that. That's perfect.
Dude, everyone. That's like my favorite song, honestly.
It is one of mine too. Like that's and it has that weird dramatic piano part at the end that always makes me tear up. That's his best song.
Also, I have a really great live version of it. I'll send you to you later. Where he like breaks down.
Wow.
And then has to like pull it back together for a second. Because it is. I mean, like, and that's what this feels. You're just like, that's what this I realize is like, oh, at the end of the day, like, we're steadily traipsing closer ever towards death, never to be seen again on this earth. And basically all we can really hope for and, like, what our priority should be is, like, loving each other and, like, having people who love us, too, who will, like, you know, be with us.
And just at the moment when we feel the most prepared and the most in need of making our mark on the world is the moment that we stop getting listened to. Like, that we get thrown away by younger... You know what I mean? Like, that's... It's right when you feel like you know who you are and you realize you're going to die soon and you're desperate to say something that will have an impact on life, the universe, and everything.
You realize that the sum of everything you've ever said can't give you something to say.
No, not unless I put it in the mouth of a 20-year-old and... Oh, God, it breaks your heart. This movie breaks your heart. It makes you laugh. It scares you.
There's a lot of capes.
There's a lot. It's beautiful. It's beautifully shot. It's amazingly well written.
I know. I kept, like, catching my breath at the shots and would just, like, I would have to be like, oh, there's people talking for a second because it's just like, good God, that's amazing.
There's only one bad shot in the whole movie, and it's a very unfortunate green screen of them walking in Connecticut, but I'll forgive it.
Dude,
you know,
I wasn't even going to bring it up. I'm so glad you did. I was like, the fuck is this?
I know, it came out of nowhere. Like, this is cheap, and also they're walking at the wrong pace. And
right? Like, it's the background of this movie.
It was like that one shot they could have fixed or cut or whatever. But, and the acting. God damn, the acting is so good.
Yeah, everyone is flawless.
It reminds me of Barry. Because, have you seen Barry, the HBO show? Yeah. Because whenever there's a show or a movie about actors and acting, and you see actors acting like actors acting, I start to think that's got to be the hardest acting job. Even though it seems like it'd be the easiest, you have to believably portray another character with another level of talent doing the craft and show through that that they're either not good yet or that they're really good. What if you're not really? God, it's got to be.
We never see anyone actually act in this movie, though.
That's True.
We just see like them in real life, being actors in real life.
There's not a single scene.
And directors in real life.
Every time they show a scene, there's either narration, so you can't hear it, or no. I mean, there's so much dramatic shit going on that I forget that we don't see any scenes.
We don't know a damn thing about the show she's doing. We don't know anything about like the Cora. We don't know anything about like the what was it? Footsteps on the ceiling or some bullshit.
Footprints on that had to be a dig at something because that was a dumbass title.
It was a dumbass title.
Well, and did you catch the name of the play that's Betty Davis is starring in and then is stuck in and it's going on the road in and all that? Aged in Wood.
Oh, right.
I mean, damn. Some of it's a bit on the nose, I guess.
I mean,
it's great.
It's all gonna be at some point.
Yeah. I don't know.
Everyone in the movie needs Prozac.
Oh my God, so badly. See this movie before you die.
I'm gonna beat you up if you don't.
I am too. This is the best movie of all time. It's better than Citizen Kane.
Oh my God, it's so much better than Citizen Kane.
It's literally 95 times better than Gone with the Wind, especially because the play within a play is making fun of Gone with the Wind. That was great. They open with her like basically trouncing on how stupid Gone with the Wind is. And
Marilyn Monroe, at one point, she mentioned something. He's like, what is it, like fable or she says Gable instead of like fable, and she's like, same difference. And then when she calls for the waiter, she's like, waiter, and she's like, they're like, that's a butler, and she was like, well, it's not like I can call him Butler. What kind of a name is Butler?
What if his name is Butler? Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, this movie, hated movies. Fucking hated Gone with the Wind.
It threw some shade.
It threw some shade at Gone with, which already earns it 5 stars in my book. Anyway, it's
Gone with the Wind is just...
God, that was a nightmare.
Have you? You did that one already. I
did that one with Eric. I'm very thankful for him being a life preserver in that one. Although he was the one who almost drowned, it was hilarious.
I'm so glad that wasn't the one. I would have.
Glad it's over.
I would have done it, but I would have been like,
oh, I know.
Because there's like an intermission. Like you never to stop watching.
It's a lot. It's a lot of racism. Cassidy, thank you so much
for
watching the best movie ever with me.
I'm gonna go explode my mind somewhere else.
Okay.
Listen to Hope There's Someone on repeat in the car for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're all about to get real emo and into our feelings after this movie, but in a good way. Catch us next time. Love you. Good night.
Bye.
Wow, that's the first time I've declared my love. I hope everybody was ready.
Big step.
It was a big
step.
It's a big
step, Karina. Jesus Christ.